Hi Kyle and company, my name is Ashley Brutus and I am excited to be able to talk to you via video and answer some of your questions. I'll go ahead and dive right in and maybe you can get a little idea of my background, my personality, and I can answer your questions that you're looking for. The first question, of course, is about customer service. I have been in customer service my entire working life. I would say customer service, sales, and recruitment, they all kind of go hand in hand. Ever since I started working back in high school at JCPenney's, customer service has been a theme throughout my working life. And I think it's probably one of my biggest strengths. I am an ENFJ, which is like a Myers-Briggs personality category. And basically what it means is that other people's feelings and emotions are very important to me. And that has really helped me in my career to be very empathetic of what other people need and want and help me figure out what's the best way to serve them. I think that's why I'm so strong in customer service. And that kind of goes right into my sales experience. I spent 5 years in educational recruitment and sales. So basically selling the programs that we have to students and trying to make the right fit between what they were looking for and what we had available, and just talking to them about their commitment, their long-term ideas, their future goals, and making sure that they're ready to make a commitment as big as education. Over the 5 years with that industry, there have been so many changes. I would say at the beginning, I was more in an advisor capacity and really looking for the right fit student for the right program. And over time, as competition grew, as online school became more of a huge competitor for us, it really turned into a high pressure sales environment. So I think I've really run the gamut of going from like a soft skill sales, a relationship sales, to more of like a hardcore, high pressure, high results based sales positions. And if I'm being really honest, I'm much more comfortable in the relationship sales where I can really make sure that the buyer and the product, or the buyer and the seller, both end up happy. A little about me. I moved to Nashville in the fall several years ago. I was transferring with my company as well as trying to get away from Wisconsin winters. And I have just fallen in love with Nashville. I've had some family here, and then some other family has kind of followed us down, getting sick of the Midwest winters as well. As far as working from home, I rent from my brother and sister-in-law in their home in Bellevue. They both work full-time out of the home, so I would have a lot of privacy. As far as working from home, I'm a hard worker and I really thrive on like habits, and I would say I am task oriented, whereas if I get a list, it's easy for me to prioritize and get through that list. So I don't think working from home would be any big difference for me than working in the office. Just a little side note too, for the past 6 months, I have been substitute teaching. I left educational recruitment back in November of 2014, and I've been subbing since then, and it has been such a great experience. It's really fed into a lot of my best characteristics. Every day was different, and it was a total change from what I was doing, but I do find myself missing a more professional environment and working on a more regular basis with adults. So now I'm looking for what's next and how I'm going to build my career from this point, being as that I'm kind of making a career change. A little bit about my real estate background. I don't have a ton of real estate, only being on the buyer end with both my parents and my sister. My sister bought a home in Bellevue several years ago, and my parents bought a home in Franklin. And I think in those two experiences, I really got to understand how hot the Nashville market is and how quickly it can move. Especially with my parents. My parents looked for a good 6 months for a home in the Franklin area, and they had some requirements that they wanted, and just because there was a lot of people looking in that area, it was a long process, and it just gave me a little idea of what people are going through when they're looking for homes, and how you've got to move as a buyer in the Nashville market. I think that's it. I hope I've answered all of your questions and given you a little peek into my life. I'm really excited about this opportunity. I think it fits with a lot of my sales and customer service background, as well as my organizational strengths. So I'm looking forward to the next phases of the interview. If you have any additional questions, feel free to contact me. Otherwise, I will follow up with you at the end of this week to see what's going on. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.